You must be fucking kidding me. Samantha Bee, there isn't a smug liberal problem. Look at the expression on her fucking face. You are the smug liberal problem, Samantha. You are the embodiment of it, and everyone who watches your videos, everyone who watches you on TV and goes to your correspondence dinners and any live event you do, they are also the problem. Comedian Samantha Bee told CNN's Jake Tapper on Sunday that she didn't think there was a smug liberal problem. The host of Full Frontal spoke to Tapper on State of the Union, fresh from hosting her own alternative White House Correspondents' Dinner. Watch it, it's cancer. We should have the Samantha Bee challenge. How long can you sit through a video of Samantha Bee without wanting to tear your own fucking head off? It should be something that we should actually have a competition about this. I don't think I've ever managed to watch an entire one of her videos. I get to about, 3 or 4 minutes into like a 7 to 10 minute video, and I just want to die. When asked by Tapper about the role of comedy in the Trump era, something far outside of her field of expertise, Bee said that she and her team mostly did the show for ourselves. Really? That comes as absolutely no fucking surprise, Samantha, given how fundamentally narcissistic, self-serving, and honestly totally unself-aware you are. I'm not surprised that a show as shit as yours is made by an in-house team of people who are, I think, can be generously be described as human-shaped skid marks on the underwear of society. And this is exactly my point, right? You say, we need catharsis, a place to analyse things in a different way. We see things through a different filter. We just need to break it down. See, that's not comedy. That's you rationalising why you are such a bunch of fucking losers, despite the fact that you all have successful jobs, successful careers, and lots of money, and connections. How can people with that many privileges be a bunch of fucking losers? How did you get usurped by the plebeians? You'll never know, because you have got no capacity for self-reflection or introspection. So what would you know? Bee said when balancing humour with political commentary, her instinct is always to lean in the direction of funny. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, made me laugh, but that's not really your forte, is it, Samantha? Jesus. When you're doing topical comedy, you're walking a razor edge, and you don't want to drop over into the activist side of things too often. All you do is activism. All you do is pontificate from a progressive point of view to push a progressive narrative with absolutely no capacity to empathise with anyone outside of your worldview. I mean, like you say, you see things through a different filter, yes, and it's a filter you literally cannot take off and put on someone else's. You can't pretend to be in their position because you are so fucking smug. You think you're completely right on everything, and therefore no one else's life experience could have any validity. It's honestly baffling that anyone can be so coddled in a bubble like that. Most people have to encounter other people with whom they disagree and yet still have to get along with. You really don't want to do that at all. We always err on the side of comedy. Look at that, it's making me laugh. Tapper also asked Bee about a recent column by New York Times writer Ross Douthat. Oh, am I not the only person to have noticed this, Samantha? Is it, in fact, going to be that there are millions of people who also hate you? Who criticised Bee as the embodiment of ascendant social liberalism and described her as a problem for the Democratic Party. She's a problem for the entire left, to be honest. So flattering, Bee said, adding that the column was one person's opinion. Yes, Samantha, the person who wrote that column, it's his opinion. But if that opinion is shared almost as a carbon copy by millions of other people, it's no longer just one person's opinion. Now it's millions of one person's opinion. And they have an opinion, and they have an effect, and they vote, Samantha. What I'm saying is, anything that you attach yourself to is a net deficit for that cause. You are a drag weight on these things, and yet somehow you are managing to profit from it. It's incredible to me. I mean, it's the power of people buying into a delusion that you're funny, and now they've bought into that delusion, they have to pretend that you are funny as well. I mean, the laughter in your audiences always feels forced. It doesn't feel legitimate. It's not like roaring the aisles, this is actually hilariously unexpected, and so I'm tickled in some way. No, it's always people going, ha 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 ha. Yes, we really are better than the Trump voters. That's what it is, isn't it? I mean, that's literally everything about you and your audience and your comedy. But is there a smug liberal problem? Asked Tapper. I don't think there is, replied Bee. Oh, of course you don't think there is. Mr. Hitler, is there a problem with gas chambers in Germany? I don't think there is. Mr. Stalin, is there a problem with gulags in Russia? No, I don't think there is. Mr. Mao, is there a problem with farming in China? I don't think there is. Why don't you think so? 'Cause you're the one benefiting from the fucking system. You self-righteous, narcissistic cunt. You are the problem with the left. The belief that we are somehow always in the right, despite the repeated failures of the left. And you'll never do any kind of introspection to try and understand why people are voting against what you represent. And you literally say it in the next sentence. I do the show for me and people like me, and I don't care about how the rest of the world sees it, quite frankly. Well, that's great, because it's not very flattering. If you actually did give a shit about what other people thought of you, you'd be really upset. you'd be reading some of the comments, watching some of these videos, and you'd be thinking, fucking hell, I am a prick. We make a show for ourselves, then we put it out into the world. We birth it, and the world receives it however they want to receive it. Badly, Samantha. They think of you as a cancer. And what's more is I can't believe anyone actually manages to live in a bubble like this. I'm genuinely shocked. How you're managing it is beyond me. I wonder what dirt you have on people to maintain this. What devil did you sell your soul to in exchange for success? Because I can't believe anyone gives a shit about anything you have to say.